Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Oddballs. Today, things are gonna get so funky. Things are gonna get crazy. You have no clue. I have over here 3 pages worth of information ready to go for some big crazy reveals. But it's up to our delightful players to unlock the secrets.
To never figure it out.
Yeah,
to never
and
figure it out.
continue
Today
to
is
not
our day.
advance the plot.
I believe
no
in you.
evidence
I
that
believe
today is our day,
I
but it
believe
could
you're
be
gonna
our
figure
day.
this out. Yes. So, all right. Let's go around the room. Let's go around the room and meet our delightful characters and see if they can sort of catch you up on what's going on with their character. So, let's start first with Ken. What is happening with Clarence right now? What is going through Clarence's head? Where is he at?
Well, we're in a shack in the middle of nowhere, staying in a bathroom, I think. We just opened up a secret passageway, looking for our, I wouldn't call him a friend anymore, but the guy who trapped us down in the basement.
Sure, Alistair, yeah.
Yeah, Alistair. The whole place has been shot up, freaking out. I think Elspeth, I think Fern's gone right now.
Yes,
but yeah,
we'll get to that in a
it's
yeah.
very, very stressful time for Clarence. I don't know if he can keep it together.
Well, we will definitely see what Clarence gets up to as things start to get really messed up. Speaking of Fern, Elspeth, what happened to Fern? What is going on?
She's not sure. She left. She's in the other dimension, I think. Somewhere. My theory is it's the future, because there's a bunch of skeletons. There's like clothes, shoes. There's no sign of life anywhere, and she's just out like in this field, and she calls and she says hello, just like, kind of like thinking it's rhetorical, like no one's gonna answer this, and
Right.
and she comes across someone that says, "I've been waiting for you." She has no idea what's going on. She's terrified and intrigued, but mostly terrified at this point.
Yeah, get ready. It's gonna get real weird for you. It's strange.
I've been waiting
being
for this
separated.
for so long.
Yeah, it's strange being separated from everyone. How do you feel about that? Because the other 3, I'm very curious where you're all gonna go, because how do you get Fern back? Where is Fern in relation to you now? If you leave, do you leave Fern behind?
Yeah.
All
Well,
crazy things to think about.
She's kind of like used to, well, not used to it, but she's been alone before. So she's just kind of treating it as the same type of place she was in previously. Just trying not to stay trying to stay close to the group, basically.
Get ready. Get ready. It's gonna be crazy for you. Meanwhile, Octo, Eddie has gone through a lot, from having a shoe to not having a shoe to thinking shoes were magical to still thinking shoes are magical.
Yeah, that's not changed.
That will never change.
Mm-hmm.
What is going through his head right now as things get crazy?
Okay, so as far as I remember when last we met, we were in that sort of containment unit, right? And then we busted out.
You forgot for a minute that Fern could only exist in that containment unit, and you vaporized her. You turned her into nothingness.
I said, should I break us out? And everybody's like, yeah, do it. So I did it. All right? This is not...
Yeah.
Don't throw me under the bus like this.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Listen, Eddie tries his best each and every day. But I mean, Eddie is but a simple man. He wants a Capri Sun and something fun to listen to. You can't expect him to know all of this interdimensional, intercontinental, crazy, magical dimension traveling stuff, man. He's just along for the ride. He's just
anyone
happy
should
to
be
be
into
here.
it, it should be you, because this is like every song you've ever listened to.
I'm into it, but that doesn't mean I understand it. I'm just like, whoa. I'm just like, whoa, cool. All right. It's like when you see, it's like It's like when you see a hummingbird. Nobody knows how it works. You just appreciate it.
Right. No, I get that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And lastly, Morgan, what is Samantha? What is happening in her mind right now? Because this has to be out of bounds from her daily routine. Because not 3 days ago, you were still the most popular kid at school, and now I have no idea what's going on with you.
But my hair is still awesome.
That's true.
And it will be until it rains, and then the hairspray will just all drain out. So
we
don't
start
make it
on rain. No. The first thing is it's raining. It's terrible. No, yeah, you're sort of mothering this group at the moment, but you're also
And I'm doing a super good job.
you're also the most chaotic. So last we left off, as we open that door and we reveal the secret passage that I guess Alistair Wolf had taken out of this building in order to escape, standing there is other Alistair, American Alistair, and the first thing you do is punch him in the face. And that's where we left off last time. You just clocked him.
That was a joke.
No, you clocked him.
No, you committed.
Canonically, you clocked him in the face. You just
Okay.
punched him in the face. It's canon. There are no jokes till it's over. Zero joking. You
Okay.
punched him
I punched that guy in the face.
right in the face, right in the old
Yeah.
face.
Nice.
Yep. And I guess that is where we'll start this time. American Alistair stumbles to the ground and looks up at you, shocked that you just punched him in the face for what he feels is no reason. He cannot comprehend why you would have punched him in the face. He looks at you, he's like, "But I'm here to I'm here to help. I'm here to help." And he like sort of stumbles up. He's like, "What? Kids. Hi." And he sort of looks you all over. He's like, what are you doing here?"
What are you doing here?
"My job, little lady, my job."
Little
Retract-
lady?
He like looks you up and down. He's like, "Little lady. We tracked you all here, and we figured that you would have left with Alistair, but here you are."
Yep, here we are. What's your job?
"My job was to track you. You're the reason I'm here."
Okay, what's your other job? So you found us. That's like totally good. What's your real job? Are you like a spy?
I don't ask you what your job is. I just do
'Cause
what
I'm,
I'm
like,
told like you
16.
should do. Yeah, you should get a job. I had a job when I was 16.
Why are you here? Why is any of this happening? Why are there bullet holes? Why are we put in a containment unit? Where's Fern? What is happening? Shut up! No! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Just tell us! Stop it! And if you answer this with a question, I swear to God, I will pile drive you into the sun! Just tell me!
As you start to freak out, a hand is put on your shoulder, and like a firm grip is squeezed on your shoulder, and a guy says, "Son, you're gonna probably have to calm down." And Clarence, you turn around. Yeah, Eddie, you all turn around and you see while one hand is on Eddie's shoulder, the other hand is holding a plastic plate, and in it is a piece of pie. And he's sort of chewing, and he looks at you. And Clarence, while no one else recognizes him, you definitely recognize him as the guy who started eating all your grandmother's pie.
Oh no. So yeah, Clarence's face just drops.
He like gives you a wink. He like wink.
Pie.
And he hands it to you, Clarence. He hands you the pie. He's like, "There you go, kid. It's good."
Just hold it still, like stuttering as I look at him, unable to process the situation.
Yeah. He puts another hand on your shoulder, Eddie, and he's like, "It's fine. We're not here to hurt you. We're on your side. Technically, you're on our side."
That doesn't tell me why you're here. Why are we here? Why is this here? Why is any of this happening?
Alistair lets out sort of a laugh, and he's like, "Look, I know it can be frustrating when dealing with us,
Yeah, you
and
think?
we've had to have this conversation a lot of times before. There's just things we can't tell you, but I'll tell you what I can." And he turns around and he sort of like signals you to follow him down this secret hallway.
If you've done this so many times, why do you suck at it so bad?
He's like, "I'll be real honest with you," as he's walking away. "This is the first time we've gotten this far." And he keeps going.
Kind of snap. What do you mean the first time? And start following him with the pie in my hand.
And
Sure.
whatever. I just follow him.
And like keep
Okay.
my eye back on the pie guy.
Yeah, the pie guy's waiting for Samantha to go down the pathway too.
Okay.
You didn't give me any pie.
I'll wait just a second for A to come up and be like, Eddie, that was the guy that kidnapped me from my grandma's house. And Alistair saved me from him. They had like helmets and like they'd scramble your brains and stuff.
Man, whatever. At this point, I feel like my brain can't get any more scrambled.
No, you to death. Like die
Great.
scramble.
Cool. Be a metal way to go.
Does it look like there's light at the end of this tunnel?
Eddie, you're so cool.
There's definitely
Yeah, I know.
there's
Shut up,
definitely
baby.
something back there. It doesn't appear to be like light as in you're going outside, but there's definitely some sort of flashing further down this pathway.
I mean, there's no way we can go out the front, I'm guessing.
The front
could-
is just like 20 more of these guys tending to what appear to be dead suited men out front.
All right, let's go down an evil hallway of death. Can't see what's wrong with that. Let's go.
Can't get
As
much
you walk
worse than
down the
today's
hallway,
open.
yeah, as you walk down the hallway, the pie man follows you and is very close, and the door behind you closes. And it's now pitch black except for a few twinkling lights in front of you at the end of the hall. The American Alistair, continues to walk down towards these lights. And really, the only option you have at the moment is to follow him or try and force your way past the pie man and get out the door.
Hmm.
We can go follow him. Keep that pie handy for a pie in the face.
Yeah. I'm still just holding it, not eating it.
Sure. Okay, so you continue walking down the pathway and you enter what appears to be a small, I would say, the size of a shed, like a tool shed. And in it are objects of a technical nature that you, at the moment, cannot make out. But there are lights and dials and switches and knobs and things all over, flashing different colors, white, red, green. But at the moment, unless you want to investigate, you cannot determine what these are at all.
Is there any helmets with spikes on the top of them in this room?
There are no helmets with there's no spiked helmets.
Okay.
Yeah, nothing that you can say to people, this is what they got me. No, nothing like that.
Okay. Well, if there's the opportunity, I'd like to roll the investigate to see.
Sure. Yeah, this is for you, this is gonna be a 1. You're more of the tech savvy guy, so this should be easy for you.
All right, so investigate mind.
Yep.
Yay.
Nailed it. So what you notice is that on the left side of the shed, again, not very big, but on the left side of the shed is what appears to be some sort of CB radio system, but it is connected to like one of the biggest antennas you've ever seen. It goes from below the floor you're in now through the roof of the room you're in now, but you did not see it up above when you walked up to this underground house earlier. You didn't see an antenna sticking out. So you're not sure how far down it goes. You're not sure how far up it goes, but it does not go to the surface. Then on the other side is what appears to be a transceiver of some sort picking up radio waves but you're not sure what exactly those waves are. But it definitely is. It looks very similar to a seismograph, except it's not registering earthquakes. But it looks like that. And then in front of you is what appears to be some sort of 80s level computer that has been something has been entered into it. But it's on DOS right now. Something has been entered, but you cannot see what was entered because it's coded. But there is room for you to enter something as well.
Are you guys talking? You guys talking to aliens out here?
I honestly don't know. Alistair turns around to you and looks at you. He's like, "This isn't my facility."
Whose is it?
Well, it would be the man who kidnapped you.
Oh, so you?
No, I'm here to save you from the man who kidnapped you.
But
So
the
far, all
man who
you've done
kidnapped us, his name was Alistair, and he said he was here to save us from you.
He like looks at you and then looks at the man with the pie, and the man with the pie gives him like a quizzical look, as if he wasn't expecting to hear that name. And
So
yeah,
what are we doing
Alistair, here? Well, I am here because we tracked you here, and we were trying to secure the objects in your possession, and I assume, since you don't appear to have them, that the gentleman who kidnapped you has them instead.
So where'd he go?
That, my dear, is what I'm trying to figure out. He clearly came in here. After we entered the premises, I found my way into here, but by the time I got here, he was no longer... He wasn't here. I don't know what happened to him. And he sort of looks around the room and is flustered and is like, I have the exact same idea as you.
I think we should start hitting these buttons.
And he like puts his hand out in front of him. He's like, please don't do that. We don't know what any of this will do. We have no clue what will happen. He clearly came in this room.
I saw him work this.
You saw him work this?
Yes.
What? Okay. And can you describe to me?
No, I mean, it's going to be hard to describe it, but I should definitely... I mean, I could just show you what he did.
He looks at you and he's like, dear, I want to let you know how little I trust you.
Oh my God, the feeling is totally mutual then.
But if you can convince me that you know what you're talking about, I'll let you have a shot. So if you want to roll on him, and I guess you would do a heart and possibly lead roll. If you can score, if you can hit a 1, he'll give you a shot. Oof.
Okay.
Do you want to try it again? You have 1 more luck point.
No, I'm gonna save that for when I need to punch somebody.
Okay. So he looks at you and he's like, I guess not then. So let's try and figure this out together, right? Okay. Together? We're all on the same team. And he points over to Eddie and he's like, Eddie, I don't know, can you go over to that machine and just not touch anything? Clarence, I need you to help me with this computer. You seem pretty technical. Do you have any idea how this works? Eddie, we need you to stand over there and not touch anything, okay?
Yeah, no,
you're gonna,
no,
watch our backs. Watch our backs. Yeah.
Great, cool.
Okay,
great. Okay, yeah.
Clarence, you seem pretty technical, kid. Do you have any idea what he could have possibly put into here?
Oh, well, not without looking at it, but maybe.
All right, and he like pulls over a chair and he's like, "Start looking."
Okay, I'll sit down, and as I sit down, I'm gonna ask him, Alistair, be honest with me. We're scared of our minds here. You guys tracked us here, right? You guys knew we were here.
Yes, that's what I said. He like
but
puts his hand on your
you guys
chair.
shot up the whole place? So is it safe to assume that our survival is not at the top of your priority? We just want to get out of here alive and get our friend out.
He kneels down, and right next to your ear, he says, "I didn't shoot up the place," and like stands back up, and he sort of pats the back of your chair.
And kind of like look down at my pie as he pats the back of the chair. All right, let's see if I can figure out anything at that computer then.
Sure. And he looks over at Samantha. He's like, "Samantha, our files say that you have some sort of tech savvy. If you could work with him on this." And he like sort of points to Clarence, and he's like, "Do what you can to help him."
This is so sexist. I'm
This
just
is
trying
also-
to get
this
under
is-
his skin right now. Anything I can say to make him insane.
Yeah,
That's
he looks at you and is just like, "Uh-huh. Can you help him?"
Yeah, fine.
Sure. So the two of you are in front of this computer, and it says that a passcode has been entered. And above you, it's very obvious that whatever was entered was five digits, five somethings, right? No idea what it is. But something was entered. You can try to go back through logs. You can try to do whatever it is you want to do to figure out what this was. Or maybe look around the room. Maybe there's something around the room that you can figure out. But there definitely is something that was entered that would access whatever was accessed.
And so the only thing that we can see is it's asking for a password right now.
Yes.
We can't look
All
at
it's
the-
doing right
okay.
now is asking for a password, and it has that blinking little like DOS prompt of like something, type something in, and it just shows you that the command before that was the exact same thing, but with a sort of asterisked out words and or letters and or whatever. Who knows? But there could be something in this room.
Yeah.
Okay,
Eddie.
Go ahead.
Oh, Eddie, you're in the back watching all this happen, being basically shunned from everyone else, standing next to the pie man, and he sort of looks over at you and he's like, I don't have a clue what's going on over there. Computers, they don't do it for me. You?
Listen, man, I don't have a clue what's going on all day, and you expect me to figure. Wait, do I see the computer and how they're trying to figure out a password?
Yeah, it's literally a very small shack. You're standing maybe 5 feet away from them.
Okay.
They just made you like get to the corner because he's like, get out of the way, basically.
Okay. Wait, we need 5 entries, right?
The
For that
pie guy
thing?
looks at him. He's like, yeah.
Try. Wait a minute. Just do 1 1 1 1 1. And then if that doesn't work, try 1 1 1 1 2. I mean, we got to get it eventually.
The pie guy
So
looks
what
at
is
you
it?
and he's like, that's actually a really good idea. And he sort of
Right?
looks over at Alistair
Thank you.
and to the two of you, and he's like, yeah, let's just start punching in numbers.
Yeah. 1 1 1 1 1.
What if there's letters in it? Then we'll be here for the next 3 years putting in numbers.
No, it probably doesn't. I mean, honestly, who uses letters in their password? That's crazy.
The pie
I'll
guy looks
type
at you and
in
he's like,
1,
he's
1,
right.
1,
He's
1.
got a point.
I'll type in the 5 1s, hit enter.
Sure. You type in 5 1s and it goes bah, and boots you back to the type in screen again.
Then turn around, look at him, shrug.
Worth a try.
The pie guy is like very impressed with you, Eddie. He's like, yeah. And Alistair just face palms. He's like, okay, you two, let's try to think about this. Is there anything that you noticed about the gentleman who had kidnapped you? Is there anything you noticed about where you were? Is there anything in this room that might help us figure this out?
What kind of car did he have?
I've been trying to think of that the whole time. I can't remember what it's called.
I think he just had a van. I don't know if we knew the name of the van. Oh, I guess we
Nope.
should just search the room.
Yeah,
You definitely can.
You should. Samantha, sometimes people leave around hits their passwords nearby.
Yeah.
Hopefully, know this person, and I'll try to look through some files or something, or logs in this case.
Sure. The files only files that you can find. There are no drawers. It's just tables without it. There's no drawers, but there are some papers spread about, and all of them you can find are detailing information that you don't quite understand, but it definitely has to do with some sort of wave frequency or some sort of signals. But you're not really sure what these signals are, and you're not really sure how they're detected, but it could have something to do with the two machines that you found, one which is picking up some sort of wave frequency, and one which appears to be a giant antenna of some sort.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So is there anything on the computer, like as far as like typing any commands or anything to go back into other?
You can try to do like a CD / or whatever the hell people would do. Like you can try and look around the computer if you want.
Yeah, for sure. Just any.
Sure.
I always hate these because I feel like you've dropped huge hints already and we're just missing it.
But anyway, you try.
DIR. I'm trying to remember like
the directory.
Versus my DOS.
Sure. Yeah. You try to go into the directory, and inside the directory you see 3 folders, or I guess whatever the equivalent of DOS folders would be. You see 3 folders, and in those 3 folders, one is clearly password protected. One is a diary journal system, and one is operating instructions for 2 machines, I guess, in the room for the two things you figured out.
Okay. Well, let's go to the diary first then and see what's in there.
Sure. You go in the diary, and the diary is passcode protected.
Ah! All right. How about the instructions of how this thing works?
You go into the instructions, and the instructions are not passcode protected, but as far as you can tell, they are very, very technical, and it would require a long time to read. But if you skim over them, chances are you can probably try and figure out what each thing does, but you would definitely be there for a while if you just sat down to like figure it out.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, I'll try to give it a quick skim just so I know what we're dealing with. And if I need to make a roll or anything, that's fine. I'm down.
Yes, you do. All right. You need to roll for me let's do a tech, and let's do program roll.
Okay.
And this is just a 1. Ooh.
Womp womp.
You can actually, you can't re-roll. You have no more. You can't figure it out. Sam, if you want to give it a go, you can try. You can do a tech and a maybe tinker. You can jump in there and sort of figure out what he was doing.
Okay.
No. Ooh. Okay. So to the two of you, it seems incredibly detailed, and you're looking over it and it is gibberish. However, I think for the sake of doing crazy stuff, Eddie, from the back of the room, you notice the two of them trying to figure this out, trying to like go through all of these technical schematics, trying to figure out what's going on, and you notice that maybe there's a chance that you can help. Do you step in? What do you do?
Yeah, why not? Let's give it a shot.
Sure. So you walk over to them. I'm gonna have you roll a tech tinker as well, because I feel like maybe they don't understand the things that you do, and this is just a 1.
Okay.
Sure. So
Not
the
that
two
hard,
of them
guys. Honestly,
the two of them are just like sitting there trying to figure it out, and they can't figure it out. Clarence is trying to use all of his tech savvy to read through it and sort of skim and scan, but he can't figure it out. Samantha steps over and she's like, "Oh, come on, I got it. I'll figure this out." And she's like pushes Clarence out of the way a little bit, and she's trying, but she can't figure it out. Meanwhile, Eddie from the back of the room notices clearly something they don't, and walks up and just tap, tap, tap. And suddenly there is a readout of the giant antenna array that's next to you. And all the knobs are labeled. Everything is very, very clear. You can see how to turn it on and how to activate it.
It's like a big amplifier. Makes sense.
Eddie, you're so cool.
Yeah, I know.
You are cool.
The pie guy in the back is like very impressed with you, Eddie. He's like, yeah, all right.
I turn around to the pie guy and I'm like,
Yeah, he gives you a thumbs up too. Alistair, meanwhile, is looking at the radio wave machine, but the antenna array is now at your disposal. No one has touched it since whenever it was last used. You can go through and try to figure out how to use it if you want to, figure out what it does.
Is there like a microphone or like a PA microphone anywhere?
There is no microphone or PA, no.
It's going to go,
no, I'm so
computer,
sorry.
find Fern.
Yeah, you definitely can use it in some way if you want to now.
Sweet. Yeah, I want to keep trying to learn everything I can about this thing, or Clarence does.
Sure. So, Clarence, as you start to look at all the knobs and all the different things, you can figure out how to turn it on. You can figure out how to amplify the gain on it. You can figure out how to send out like bursts of signals. And you can also figure out sort of what it does. Apparently, it is not going up, but the antenna is going down. And whatever is above you that it's connected to is the base of the antenna. The antenna is going down into the earth, and it's picking up something, and it's transmitting whatever it's picking up over to the other machine. And those waves you see are waves that are being detected by this giant antenna.
Hmm.
If you want to goof around with it, if you want to figure out what it like, if you want to see what changing settings does to the machine that's picking up the waveform, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, sure. Let's fiddle with it while we're in here. Let's turn it up.
Sure. So you crank it. Like you look back. Clarence looks back at Eddie and cranks it to 11, and it sort of has like a noise, but the waveform starts like just going crazy. And it is definitely picking up something, but you don't know what it is. You have no clue what it's actually detecting, but it isn't just like that anymore, like just a wave. It is like sharp needle points on this screen.
Okay, is there any reaction from like Alistair or anybody? Like they're like, oh
no,
God.
They have no clue what this machine is. They don't know what it does. They couldn't tell you. They're both watching you because apparently the smartest person in the room. So they're interested to see what you're doing. Yeah.
Eddie, smartest person in the room. All right. So yeah, I'll turn it back down then, I guess, to normal, and then turn it down lower just to see if it just flatlines or what it does.
Sure. You turn it down and the waveforms sort of even out, but even at its lowest setting, it's still detecting something.
Okay. Let's turn to Samantha and kind of like shrug at her. Ooh. What do you think?
Wait, we have the ring. I wonder if that makes any changes.
One
I don't
ring?
want them to see it though. I know that we have the one ring. We totally do.
What do you want to do with it?
I don't know. I don't want them to see it though. I don't want
That's
them
true.
to see
They don't know that you have it.
Yeah.
So are you like wanting to put it under the antenna, or is there even a space to put it under the antenna and like
You can sort of, yeah, you can't put it like the antenna through the ring because it's the end of it's so far down. But you could put the ring on the antenna. You could put it near the end. You could drop it down in the hole. I mean, who knows how far that hole? You'll never get it back probably. You could drop it down the hole if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Is it in your pocket? Because I mean, you could just like casually put your pocket up next to it.
It's on my finger, I think, right now.
Oh, it's on your finger. Oh, cool. That's more subtle than trying to put your crotch on the antenna.
So yeah, I love technology. So yeah, I'll stand up and like walk over near it and like let her take the chair or the controllers or whatever. She's
Sure.
been watching.
So Samantha sits down at the keyboard, and Clarence sort of like does a little stretch, like a fake stretch, walks over to it and just slides his hand along the antenna and sort of like, I'm definitely interested in trying to figure out how this works. And as you do that, there is a loud screech, like a very loud, almost like if you put a microphone up to a speaker kind of screech.
Yeah. Feedback.
Except it doesn't it sounds more like a scream rather than like a vocal like than a like right. It sounds like something crazy. Eddie, yeah, you seem very into it.
Yeah,
but
it's like the opening to a Cannibal Corpse song. Yeah, I'm into it.
As you do that, when you pull your hand away, it doesn't stop. It keeps going. It's loud and it will not stop.
What do the waveforms look like?
The waveforms are freaking out, but it's at its lowest setting.
Like I wish Clarence had glasses so I could push them up to my face. We have summoned him.
It is crazy right now. The whole room, it's getting louder and louder and louder.
Is the ground shaking or anything crazy like that? It's just like the sound.
No, it's just a very loud, like the walls are sort of like rumbling because of the sound waves bouncing off this shack all over the place, but it is loud. It is terrifying.
Louder.
The pie guy's covering his ears. He is not okay. Alistair is like, turn it off.
Yeah, go over there and see it. Eddie's like, yeah, turn it up. And Eddie's been right so far. Crank it up.
Yeah.
You crank up the intensity of the gain or whatever it's supposed to be, whatever this knob is, and it stops, but now it's doing it in short bursts. So instead of one long screech, it now has short like But what's interesting is on the waveform machine, that circular sort of image with the waveform in the middle, it's looking less like a waveform and more like radar.
Yeah. Are there any blips? Look at it.
There is a blip, yes. And it is moving away from your location.
It's Fern.
There's a dot. I think this is a radar and something's running away from us.
Alistair turns and looks at you and he's like, oh my God, you're right. And he stares at it and he's like, could it be? And he turns back to the pie man, and the pie man turns around and runs down the hallway and pops the door open and goes out front.
Wait, where's Pie Man going?
He's like, guys, I think you just figured out where the balls are.
Well, yeah, but where's our friend? Like, that's like, who cares about the balls? Like,
he looks at you and he's like, I honestly have no clue. And so we immediately cut to Fern, who is in pretty much a wasteland at this point. Everything is brown and destroyed. Trees look like just black monoliths. They are. It definitely was a tree at one point, but it seems almost like glass shards coming out of the ground. The area around you is surrounded with these human-shaped mushroom patterns. There is this mound that the house was under, but as you walk through, it was completely destroyed, and it had been dusty, and clearly no one had been there in a long, long time. And in the distance, there is a red glow and a hue that is very strange. You've never seen it before. And what appears to be some sort of swirling dust far, far away. And as you shout out, if anyone's around, there definitely is. It's someone who's been waiting for you. When you turn around to see this person, they are covered in soiled brown rags and trash bags and just things that you probably wouldn't ever put on your body for clothing, but they are wearing as clothing. And they're entirely covered up. They have a makeshift hood on. It appears to be made out of paper, like old newspaper, sort of like woven together. And they have goggles, and the goggles have a crack going across the front of it. And they are standing there on top of this mound, staring down at you.
Hi.
The person looks at you and just sort of nods.
All right. I'm going crazy. Okay. Person on the hill with a bunch of brown paper bags. Hi. Can you tell me where we are?
I thought you knew, Fern.
That's not my name.
It's definitely your name. I remember you anywhere.
Well, I don't remember you, so I think you got the wrong person. I think you have the wrong person.
I can understand you just fine. He sort of like shouts up over the wind as it picks up.
Well, what's your name? Sorry.
He sort of walks down this hill and walks towards you like, you don't remember me?
Does she remember him? Is there any way I can roll for recognition?
Sure. You can try to roll for recognition if you want to.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do we do here for that?
Yeah, this is going to be a mind, and we'll do investigate. But this is a solid. This is going to be a 2.
Okay. What a surprise.
Yeah. So you obviously do not recognize this person. But what's interesting is that Jezebel, standing next to you, doesn't freak out, isn't afraid. It appears totally fine.
Yeah. What's your shoe size?
He looks down at his shoes and he's like, I don't know. I haven't worn shoes in a while.
She gets closer to him.
Yeah, he sort of walks up to you and puts his hand out to shake your hand. He's like, it's nice to see you.
It's nice to see you too.
He looks
still not getting it.
Sure, yeah. He looks around and he's like, I wouldn't have believed it. But here we are. And he sort of looks at everything. He's like, I usually don't come this far out. So when you said to meet you here, I didn't know what you meant, but this is crazy.
What do you mean? Come this far out? Who sent you where?
He looks at you and sort of like tilts his head, and you definitely can see some eyes behind the goggles, but it doesn't necessarily register as like eyes you recognize. But he sort of tilts his head and is like, what do you mean? You said to meet you here. I would never come here. We're in the middle of nowhere, Fern.
You mean, I said to you for you to, I said,
yeah. 3 days ago, you told me to come. 3 days ago, you told me to meet you here. It was a long trip, but it was, I assume, worth it. Did you find what you were looking for?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
I don't understand. Fern, I'm so confused. What?
Listen, buddy. I don't know what kind of game we're playing here. This is some kind of post-nuclear wasteland. I don't know who you are, what game you're playing, but I don't know you. Now, my dog ain't scared, so that means I'm not quite as scared as I should be.
What?
But I don't know you.
Fern, I'm so lost. I don't understand. Jezebel, and he like kneels down. Jez runs up and starts licking the like paper mask on his face. He's like, we've known each other for weeks, Fern.
Weeks?
I was the one who found you here. Yeah,
What?
I found you out in the woods. I took you back. I was the one who helped you. I don't understand.
Oh, okay. I think you might have somebody else. You might have me mixed up with somebody else because this is the first time I've been out here, and I don't know what you were saying about saving me, but I was not here. I was not present for that. Maybe I was knocked out or something, but I don't remember you. Can you just tell me your name?
He looks at you and you can detect a smile sort of creep through his the part of his face that isn't covered by paper, and he's like, yeah, Frank, I don't know what happened to you, Fern, but we should get out of here. This place is not safe.
Great. I don't want to go nowhere. I
Fern,
wanna stay here.
This is not. When you said meet you out in the waste, I was not expecting to stay out here with you. I thought you had a plan. This is. I don't understand. Your brother said you would have a plan.
What? Sorry, what? All right. You really want to, okay. All right.
What?
Come on. Don't talk about my brother that way. Don't talk about him like you know him.
What?
Come on, put him up.
What? And he like sort of puts his hands up and he's like, Fern, I'm not here to fight you. I'm here to help you. This is what I've been. Your brother sent me to come out here. You told us to meet you here.
My brother. Why do you keep saying my brother? My brother's been gone forever.
No, you're Fern Fisher. Your brother he's literally a day and a half to walk that way. If you just come with me. I can't. He like looks down at Jezebel. He's like, what is going on with her?
Okay. But I have friends. I have friends on the other side. I can't leave them.
I'm not. I don't know. I don't know anything about that, Fern. I don't know.
because I came from the cave. And then I had the balls. I had the balls. Did anybody tell you?
No, I don't.
Tell you about the balls?
No,
okay.
No, your brother has the balls. I don't understand.
My brother?
Yeah. Fern, what is going on with you?
Nothing. I've just had a long day just searching for mushrooms, the kind of maybe the radiation's just getting in my head or something.
Radiation? What? Whoa! Radiation? What do you mean radiation? What are you talking about?
Yeah, probably because the mushrooms and like the mushroom bodies and shapes of mushrooms.
Fern, are you okay? There's no radiation. What do you mean? What are you talking about?
There's bodies over here. Why are there skeletons over here? And there's mushrooms in the shape of people.
You invited me here. You said to meet you here. I don't know why.
I said to meet you here. Why?
You told us to do this.
Bad
Yes.
at deciding where to meet.
I don't, Fern. I don't understand what is going on.
I don't know. But listen, okay, Jezebel's not scared, so I'm not scared. Let's go. I obviously had an idea. I guess I forgot. Oops. Sorry, Frank. Let's go back.
Oh, okay. And he sort of turns around and he kneels down and there's like a backpack and like a walking stick and he throws it at you. He's like, "Here's your stuff."
My stuff. And she goes over and
he-
she looks through it.
Yeah. Inside is a bunch of just what appears to you to be random trinkets. You can dig through and figure out what they are if you want. You can keep looking. Your call.
Okay. This looks like a light bulb. Maybe.
Sure. There's a light bulb in that bag.
Okay. Does this work anywhere? Is there electricity anywhere, Frank?
I don't know. We've been using candles. You're the one who said you wanted to keep it just in case.
Oh my God. Yeah, she wants to look in there and see if there's anything
Sure.
particularly of interest.
Yeah, this doesn't require a roll. This is just, it's your bag. So inside,
Okay.
besides a light bulb, you find 3 pieces or 3 spools of string. You find what appears to be a metal rod of some sort. It is a perfectly cylindrical metal rod. And you find 2 sort of like, not daggers, but what I'm going to say shanks is what they actually are. They're like, they're filed down weapons. And you also find a dog collar, but the tag has been ripped off.
Was this bloopers?
Hmm?
Does it look like the collar that Jezebel is wearing?
It does not look like Jezebel's collar, no.
Oh, well. All right. Glad to have my stuff back. And she slings it over, and she just starts asking questions. So,
Sure.
so about my brother. How long you said it was to walk? Day and a half. Why are you walking? What about like cars or something? Is the
He
weather always
looks at
like
you.
this?
He looks at me, he's like, "Fern, there are no cars anymore. What are you talking about?"
Can you come in with me? Just can you follow me for a second? Listen, I asked you to meet me here, so what I want you to do is come with me. For just give me like 5 minutes of your time.
He's like looking around. He's like, "Okay, sure. We're
Okay.
here for a reason."
Okay, yes, we are. All right, so follow me. And she leads him back to the cave.
Sure. You
Area.
the underground house, you mean?
Underground house. Yes, I keep thinking of a cave for some reason.
So yeah, the 2 of you go back inside, and as before, it is what once was a home now completely upended and destroyed and shot up, but also under many, many, many years of dust.
Okay, so this place, I was just here. Like, okay, Frank. Now what I want you to do is this. Now envision like a timeline, right? I think I jumped into the future here. I think I jumped into a different dimension. I want you to stay
Wait,
with me, Frank. I
when?
think I
Whoa,
jumped into
whoa,
a
time out,
different
time out.
dimension.
When? Fern, slow down. When did
Mhm.
that happen?
Like
You're
5
not-
minutes
you're not-
ago.
What? No, you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fern, you've been. We found you. Okay, all right. 3 weeks ago, we
Uh-huh.
found you in a forest.
Yes.
Your brother found you, and we have no idea how you got here. But you're telling us it was time travel?
I'm telling you, the Fern you are talking to right now, and yes, my name is Fern, you got me there. The Fern you are talking to has not seen her brother for many, many, many years. I thought my brother was dead. I just came
No.
here into this whole environment from a place that still had cars and people and Lunchables and Dr. Pepper and funnel cakes and people that had fairs. Like
don't-
this whole thing is completely new to me. This is some
Your brother-
this is some alternate dimension. I haven't seen my brother in forever. So when you're talking about my
No,
brother,
Fern, no. Fern, your brother arrived days before you did. That's why we were shocked. We assumed the two of you were separated. Your time traveling doesn't exist, Fern.
I think
I don't, none of what you're saying makes sense. You've been here for 3 weeks. This is insane. What
I've been
you
here.
can't
Where
go
have I
time
been?
traveling
where have I been?
with us
With
and
you.
your brother for 3 weeks.
And then what did I do?
You said you had to come back out here and to meet us here. But your brother, his leg's still messed up, so he can't really walk right now. And so he sent me instead. And here I am.
Why did I give you my pack of things if this was so important to me?
You said you were going to come out here and bring your stuff with you and to meet you here. You said, be here in 3 days' time. Here I am.
So future me must know something. Future me must know that I was gonna be here.
Fern, I don't. What do you mean
Frank!
future you?
She grabs his shoulders. Frank, we're in some kind of wormhole. We're in
What?
some kind of time loop, Frank.
What? No, there's no loop. 3 weeks ago, you showed up. A week before that, your brother showed up. I've been living this shitty life for years.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Frank.
He looks at you and he sort of backs off and he's like, I don't know where you people came from, but ever since you and your brother showed up, it's gotten real weird around here.
How old is Frank?
Frank is, I mean, you can't necessarily tell, but he has no wrinkles on where his mouth is. And he's he's bearded, so somehow he's shaving.
Okay, listen, Frank, listen. I'm sorry to be freaking out on you. Take me to my brother. Please.
Okay. All right. I'm not sure I understand, but all right. And the
Do I
two
look
of you,
any different to you? Does anything that I'm wearing, is it what I was wearing when I left?
yeah, you look a little dirtier, but you look the same. Fern.
I look the same. So it wasn't that far in the future. I mean, if it even was the future.
What? No, what?
I'm sorry.
"Do you wanna see your brother or not?"
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. Crap, I'm sorry, guys. I
Sure.
shouldn't leave my friends, but I'm Jezebel's not scared. I'm not scared. I'm ready. Let's go.
Sure. As you start to walk out the door, you begin to hear what sounds like a screech, in the distance. Like it sounds like, I don't know, maybe a giant bird or something loud, but it is a solid screech. It is a sound that does not stop, and it is getting louder and louder and louder.
Hey, Frank, what's that?
Frank, you turn around and Frank is hiding. Frank is down behind the doorway, covering his ears. It is loud.
She immediately goes down behind the doorway as well.
Sure. You go down behind the doorway and you are just, even though you try to cover your ears, it is very, 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 very loud. And it is piercing. It's in your bones, shaking loud. And suddenly it stops. And then instead of being it's now and it's pulsing. And outside, everything looks normal. It doesn't appear like anything's happening, but whatever's going on, you feel it, and it is uncomfortable, and it is pinging at you, and it keeps hitting you and hitting you and hitting you.
She doesn't want to say anything.
Okay, sure. The intensity keeps picking up and picking up and picking. It hurts every part of your body. Frank is now on the ground, eyes closed, shaking.
She's just gonna try and weather it,
Okay.
whatever it is.
You start to like sort of ball up and go a little fetal position-y, and you close your eyes and start to just do your normal Fern, like, it's gonna be okay, I'm talking to myself, everything's right, like that kind of thing. It suddenly stops. And when you open your eyes, you're back in the house. And a door opens, but you don't see anybody come out of the door. But a door opens to where the bathroom was and then immediately shuts. But you're back in
By
the house
itself?
and no one else. The door opens by itself. There's no one around you. It's just you and Jesse.
Fuck you, Jesse. Frank?
Frank is gone. There's no one there but you and Jesse. And you definitely are in a house that was just shut up.
She goes over to the bathroom.
Sure.
Now, you said it opened and then it closed? Or does
Yeah.
it stay open?
It opened and like closed. But I mean, there's definitely got to be a way inside.
She attempts opening it.
Sure. For some damn reason, it has been the handle to open it has been very obviously placed. So you just pop it right open, and as you see in front of you, there's a hallway with blinking lights down at the end of it.
Uh-huh. Okay. Hello?
You hear nothing.
Nothing at
No
all?
one responds. No one responds. Nope.
Like, nope, not even like buzzing or anything? No machines, no nothing?
Oh, well, you definitely hear the pinging of whatever has been picked up. Yes.
The pinging of whatever has been picked up.
Yes. Something is sounds like a radar. Something is.
Oh, you mean like
is,
like what I heard previously?
Mm-hmm, it's the exact same sound. It is pinging something. Something's being pinged at the moment. And instead of like a long, it's like, but it's not nearly as loud.
Okay, girl. Let's go.
Sure. You go down to the end of the hall, and there is nobody in this room. It is a shack, and on your right is what appears to be some sort of antenna array. On your left is some sort of signal picker upper. You're not sure what that is. And in front of you is a computer. And one thing you do notice is that on the computer keys, they're being pressed on. But there's no one standing there. And in front of you is a computer screen with the numbers 1114, 11115 appearing on the screen in front of you.
She stares at it for a little bit. Kind of.
Sure. It keeps going up by one every time.
Is it like a timer? Like is this telling me like what? Or is this an antenna or something? She looks back at the screen.
Sure. On the screen, it's still going up by one every time. And every time it does, it goes, Map, and then keeps going. Map. Like, but you can actually see the keys on the keyboard being pressed on. But there's no one there pressing them.
She presses a key.
Sure. We flash back to Eddie, who has pushed Samantha out of the way and is now pressing buttons on the keyboard. Samantha is fed up. She has given up trying to solve the password. It seems like an unwinnable thing. Meanwhile, Clarence and Alistair are busy staring at this waveform, trying to figure out which direction is north, because they have not a clue. Eddie, in front of you, you press 11119. But before you can press 9, it says 1111A.
111 HI.
Sure, you press 111 HI. Elspeth, Fern sees in front of her. It's a 111 HI.
Colon, parentheses. Okay, happy face.
So you colon parentheses happy face. Sure. So Eddie, on the next iteration of this password, it says colon parentheses.
You guys, I think the computer likes me.
What?
Yeah. Do any of you turn around to look at what he's talking about, or do you just assume Eddie's being Eddie?
I'll go check it out. I got nothing better to do.
Clarence thinks Eddie's the smartest guy ever right now, so I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah, so the two of you like crowd around Eddie and look down, and you see this weird exchange of 1111A, 111 hi, and then a smiley face.
You just type that all in.
Yeah, to the two of you, it looks insane. It looks like Eddie has no clue what he's doing, and you, like, I don't know, Eddie, do you try to explain what's going on to them?
Well, I was trying to guess the password, and then the computer typed something back at me. So then I said hi to the computer, and then
the computer's talking to you?
Yeah. Yeah, look, man, it sent me a smiley face.
Is it artificial intelligence? My God. Terminator came out by now? It was the 90s, right?
When did Terminator come out?
Oh,
that's
good
a great
question.
I'm gonna look that up. It might be too far into the 90s.
84 was Terminator.
The original Terminator was 84?
Original Terminator.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh yeah. So you know the Terminator. You love the Terminator.
Oh, Terminator 2 Judgment Day came out last year. So never mind, we're good.
No, yeah. You are definitely about Terminator. You are Clarence, you get what is happening. This is AI.
This could be Skynet.
Okay. Why don't you ask it its name?
Well, let's not be rude, okay? Hello, I say hello. Hello, computer.
Whoa, nice. We have to type it once first. You're going to confuse it. It's just a baby. We got to nurture it.
Hello, computer. Nice to meet you. We are friendly humans. And then I press enter.
Sure. You press enter, and what pops up on the screen is HELLO. That's it.
5.
Because it only allows 5 things.
Oh.
So you just wrote hello. So all that stuff you typed doesn't matter. Hello is all that appears.
Like when you're trying to type something into a limited character field, it's like ding ding ding, it keeps giving you error noises as you're typing.
Yeah. But there is no sound on this computer, so you're just looking down the keyboard, typing away, and you look up, and it literally just says hello.
I'm like, oh, okay, enter. Yeah, good enough.
Hello. Oh, T space M-E. Enter.
On your side of the screen, Eddie, it says, "It me."
It's just a bit. It hasn't learned how to speak yet.
Yeah, it's still learning how to conjugate words.
Yeah.
N-A.
Correct it though. That'd be rude.
Yeah. N-A-M-E question mark. Enter.
Sure. Elspeth, it pops up as a name. Question mark.
Fern. F-E-R-N. Enter. Fern.
F-E-R-N. Enter. Fern shows up.
What a coincidence.
The computer thinks it's Fern. They programmed it to think it's Fern. They needed Fern for a brain, for artificial computer intelligence.
Fern hasn't been traveling through the computer. He's been traveling to computer land. When did Tron come out?
He went to cyberspace.
Oh, this is Tron. You know Tron. Tron has been out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Tron was like 81.
Tron's been out for a while. This is,
Yeah,
and Tron is one of your favorite movies. Absolutely. Yeah.
I love how this is canon that Clarence asked, when did Tron come out?
I'm looking for a panel so that I can for some. She's in there. She's in the computer. We gotta get her out.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
It's Fern. She's here, but she's invisible.
No, she's in the computer.
No.
It's Tron.
No.
She's been Troned.
What does that even mean?
Or I can tell her not to run to her own tail so she doesn't die.
Oh,
It's not a thing. Okay, she's just remember Eddie. Remember with the shoe? Like she was here, but you couldn't see her. It's the same thing. We just need. So right now the computer is the shoe.
Can Fern type something else in?
Sure.
She's waiting.
Nothing's stopping you. There is no back and forth. You can type in this whatever you want.
FUTUR. Oh shit. Hopefully they get that. Enter.
Footer appears on your screen.
Footer. What can it mean, Eddie?
Was that the
I
name
don't
of
remember
her
Footer
dog?
from the movie. What?
Okay,
You guys
I'm
see
gonna type
Footer.
in. I want to just type in Sam, so at least she knows it's us.
Sure. Fern, on your screen, Sam appears.
Sam. Sam. So that means they know Sam.
I could type where you.
Here, just
Well,
type
you
type
something like this.
were you? You can type where.
Try
Say
this,
where.
and I'll lean over and try to type one letter, hit enter, type another letter, hit enter.
Oh,
and
yeah.
just type it out in like a line. I don't know how
You definitely
as far as the screen will go before it starts cutting off.
Sure. What do you type in?
What are you asking? Where are you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
so
we
Fern,
know
on your
she's here.
Yeah, on your screen, Fern, a W appears, and then it enters, and then it's like W, H, E, and you start to see these letters start coming down your screen.
Oh man, this would scare the shit out of me.
Ask him where I am. F, enter. Q, enter. T, U, R, E, future.
You guys see the word future appear.
She's in the future, but she's typing on the same computer? I'm bamboozled.
H, E, L, P, exclamation mark.
So she doesn't have the balls, right? Alistair
She doesn't
1
have
has
the
the
balls.
balls.
The first old British Alistair has the balls. She doesn't have them, which is why you're both in the same room, but she's still invisible because those are the way the balls work for some weird reason.
You don't run over to our radar and look at it. Is she right on top of us, or is the blip still out there?
No,
somewhere?
whatever that beep is not her. Whatever
Oh.
that is, it's definitely not her.
Oh, we have the flashlight, the ring flashlight, maybe. Or we
try.
can
Take the
see
ring off.
the other side. Use it as that ring flashlight.
Yeah, I'll take it off and hand it to you.
Okay, so we put it on the pipe. We put
Yep.
the telescope, and then we put the foil in there. So we make the telescope.
Yep. And the light that shines through, as before, is this weird sort of red light that then, as you move it over the room, hunched over the computer, is Fern pounding one key at a time, writing a new message.
F,
This doesn't help us at all, but I at least can see her.
A, N, K.
Can you talk through it? Can you talk through the?
No, can't talk through the light. No, sadly, no. But you know she's there. You can definitely see her standing right there, where moments ago, literally, it's almost like she's standing inside Eddie, but not. She's sort of off to the side of where Eddie is.
Is America Alistair still in here with us?
Yes, he's watching Totally mind blown. Totally mind blown.
BALLS. Enter. Question mark. Enter.
Yeah, so Balls appears in front of you, Eddie.
Been a good show. All right. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Eddie's like laughing to himself like
Go type back boobs.
yeah, boobs.
So yeah, we'll type Alistair.
No, I typed boobs.
Okay,
Sure.
boobs first.
Boobs appear, and Alistair looks at Samantha, and he's like, I get it now. I get why you're always so angry. And then he looks back at Eddie, and he's like, good job, Eddie. Good job.
Thanks.
Fern, you see boobs appear on your screen.
Oh, okay, so Eddie's there too.
Yeah.
You guys know if you type 58008 in a calculator, you turn it upside down, it spells boobs.
Like, get my little pocket calculator out and type it in and turn it upside down.
You turn your wrist around, you're like, oh.
Okay, get my lap, my.
Alistair just walks towards the door and puts his hand on the door and just lets out a sigh. He's like, guys, Fern is in the room. The person you've been looking for this entire time is in the room. We have to communicate with her that whatever that is, it's moving away from us very quickly. And if I had my guess, how do you think Alistair found you? How do you think he found you? He was using this. That's how he knows where the balls are.
So these are the balls?
He looks at you, Clarence, and is like, of course he's the one with the balls. That's him.
We need the balls to get Fern back.
Hello? Enter.
But Alistair's in Fern's dimension. Right?
What?
He has to be. He's got to be in Fern's dimension.
No, it's only if you like tape some to his nipples.
Well, I have no clue what any of you are talking about. All I know is whoever has the balls is getting away. Look right there. And he points at the screen, and the little dot is slowly moving
Question
away.
mark.
Okay,
Question mark.
Our dimension or his dimension?
Alistair is like dumbfounded. He's like, I don't know what you kids are talking about.
Grown-ups are so annoying.
Oh, you guys have
Okay.
people to go chase these balls down or something?
Yeah, go get the balls. Do something. Go get the balls.
He's like, I'm not going. He looks at you. He's like, I'm not going anywhere without you four.
Oh, that's not happening. Okay, so we need to find out what dimension he's in right now. He's not here. He
I
got
don't know
away
what
through
that
this
means,
room.
Sam.
So, shh,
Well,
not talking.
Wait, didn't
Okay,
last time?
so
Didn't they have to like tape them to your chest to go to the other dimension or something?
no, that was to keep her from going to the other dimension,
Oh,
and also to fill her out a little bit.
Meanwhile, on the screen, Fern, you've typed in hello, and no one's responded for quite some time. You're just-
She's starting to lose hope.
yeah, no one's
Oh.
responded.
Okay, well, we can just type in like 1 sec.
1 sec appears on the screen.
1 sec. You're making me wait.
Okay, so we got to figure out if he's in our dimension or Fern's dimension. So if he's in Fern's dimension, he used something that's in this room to get into Fern's dimension with the balls. If he is in our dimension, then these guys need to do something useful and go find Alistair.
That's what we're trying to do, Samantha. But I'm not gonna leave you. Now that I have you here, I'm not going to take my eyes off the four of you. We're gonna bring that damn flash,
I'm not
whatever it
talking
is,
to
that
you.
flashlight.
No, I'm talking to my friends here. Okay, so what do you guys think?
No. I am part of this now. Whether you like it or not, I'm in.
well, you're too old.
For sure.
He looks
way
at you
too
guys.
Also,
He's
you
like,
can't really take a punch from a girl. Seriously.
he looks at you guys. He's like,
Hey,
first
that's
off, I can take plenty of punches. Second off, I'm
Not what I
only like
saw.
32, guys. I'm not that old.
Ugh,
And he like looks
super
at you.
old. I would kill myself if I were that old.
He's like, one day you will be, Samantha. One day you will be. And then he looks at Eddie. I'm not really sure about. But let's just
I mean, that's
Let-
fair.
let's just we have to work together. I'm with you on this, whether you like it or not.
Wait,
Just
hold on. I just thought of something.
RING question mark. Andrew.
Wait, do I see that go up on the screen?
You see it. Yeah.
What was it?
I type BUTT. Enter.
But why is that an answer to ring?
That was it.
Someone
That
has
was my
the-
idea.
Do they have the ring on their butt? Is it going through their butt? They have to use their butt for the ring? What the hell? This computer's broken.
There is, yeah. It appears that whatever's happening with the other three, Fern, they are not on the same page as you at all. Alistair stands in front of the door and he's like, "Look, I'm coming with you, whether you like it or not. I need to make sure the four of you are safe. It is my responsibility. You just don't understand."
Eddie, you type to her and tell her that we got to go find the balls to get her back.
Okay. I type in need NEED FINDBALLS. Need find balls.
Sure. And that pops up, Fern. You see that.
Okay. Enter.
Sure. Are you going to tell her that she has to come with you? Or what are you going to do?
Fern leaves the computer.
Okay, where do you go?
She wants to investigate this beeping thing.
Sure.
Basically the thing that's been beeping the entire time.
Yeah, Fern, you go over to it. Clarence, you move the flashlight and you point it at her, and she's now looking at the screen. Do you want to roll
Samantha
to figure out? I'm sorry?
I think Samantha had that thing, didn't she?
Oh, okay, yeah. Samantha, well, you all see it. At the end of the day, you all see the little like light of where she's at. So you notice that she's trying to figure this out as well. Do you guys try to figure out a way to work together? Or because as it stands right now, Alistair got through this room somehow, but you have not a clue how he could have done that. But one of the things that's for sure is that you can go out the front door and try to find him, or you can figure out how he got out of this room. Those are your two big options right now.
Okay.
I mean, it would be great to have the password. I wonder if Fern has the password anywhere. Can we ask her to look for a password?
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
Sure. Yep,
Can't
type
believe we
it
didn't
to
get
her.
the password after all that.
It's one of the random things you would have typed. Honestly, don't worry. I was waiting for someone to possibly accidentally type it.
Okay. So yeah, do we type that? Eddie, you're still on the computer, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, need password, five letters or
Need
numbers.
Password. Need password.
Sure.
Does Fern
So
see
you-
it on the? Because she's not looking at the screen, but does it like blip or
But you
anything?
do hear the bop, bop
Oh.
of like the crappy, not speaker, but whatever that noise is that you entered it incorrectly is happening in the computer. So you hear them like tapping on the keyboard. You hear it, you see it, but there is nothing like there. The keyboard's making the click noise. And then the words pop up.
Need password. Need password.
Did we try typing in balls yet?
You did, well, you did, yeah, a few seconds ago, or a few, like, whatever the thing we need, find balls, I believe is what you said. Yeah, you definitely typed it in.
Okay.
They need a password from me. Fern looks around. Is there anything scribbled down anywhere that looks like it could be some sort of code?
Well, let's see. Let's give it the old once over. You use your mind and investigate. This will be a 2 because it's still very hard to find this password.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't see anything.
It is
right
hard.
now.
It is
Yes,
tough.
it's very hard to find this password because you don't really know where to look. You
Mhm.
just said there's a password. You don't really know what you're looking for.
Hmm.
I mean, we should do, maybe I can do an investigate for the password because I don't think I've done that
Sure.
yet.
We did that.
Yeah, Samantha, you do a investigate. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Yay!
So one of the things you notice about this room is that the machines, all the machines in there, all are used to detect something radiating through metal. Everything has the different types of, like, the machine that has the antenna going to the ground is using the metal in the earth to sort of ping off of. The machine that using the sonar beacon, that is using some sort of metal frequency. It's like everything that you notice definitely has to do with types of metal.
You type in metal.
Hell
Sure.
yeah.
Does Eddie type in metal?
Oh yeah, I do.
Eddie, you type in metal. Fern, you see metal.
But in all caps.
Yeah, you see metal appear in front of you on the screen, and as you type in metal, the room sort of goes like, tink, and every corner sort of unhinges, and the floor starts to move, and you begin to go down. Fern, in your room, you're also going down. It is definitely an elevator, and the 4 of you plus Alistair are now going down to what appears to be some sort of elevator shaft and or cave and or something, and you are going down into the earth. And as you go down, you see on your right side an antenna next to you, sort of caged off, going deep, deep, deep into the earth.
As it starts going down, I have to compose myself and turn to Alistair. Fine, old man. Come with this if you want to live. Us.
He looks at you and he's like, Terminator. Yeah, no, I like that too.
It's a good ass movie.
And he looks over at you and he's like, I never would have guessed that was the password. Good call, Samantha.
Still don't like you.
Samantha
He's
knew
like,
it the whole time. We just didn't trust you.
What's it gonna take for you to trust me? Just work with me here, please.
Tell me something, anything. All we get is you wouldn't understand, or I can't tell you anything.
Yeah, we're smart. We get things.
Totally. You wouldn't have gotten any of that without us.
He looks around and he sighs and looks up at the shrinking square hole above you as you start to go down. And this is a long way down. This isn't just like a quick elevator ride. It's very slow, but you're definitely going a long way. And he lets out a sigh and he's like, sure. I mean, there's no one here, so I might as well. My name is Alistair Wolf. The man you met is my grandfather, and he is wanted by the FBI. And I work for a division of said organization called Sector 7. And we have been tasked with finding him and stopping him from doing what I think he's going to do. And he just sort of looks at you and he's like, I honestly, Samantha, I don't know. I honestly don't know. Sector 7 is a group that was originally formed under a different name many years ago. We're talking the 30s. We're talking Nazis, and it was originally tasked with sort of tracking down bizarre and occult items during the Second World War, and turns out there really weren't any. It was all hogwash, unfortunately. I know it would have been cool. And he sort of looks over at Eddie and he's like, but there weren't. It was all nothing. And so after the war, the group was disbanded, and those members that were left were tasked with helping the scientists that we acquired during the war continue their research and come up with new crazy things. And it was exciting. But yeah, it was around that time that someone, and I'm not really sure who, one of the scientists came up with the idea for what you guys call the balls. And through some freak accident, they disappeared. And we spent 30, 40 years looking for those damn things. We tried all sorts of techniques. We tried who knows what. But finally, in the 80s, they stopped looking for them and put a small unit, mine, in charge of just monitoring if they ever showed up again. And here we are. That's literally all I can tell you. I'm here because it's my job to be here. I've only been working in this division for 6 years, and let me tell you, it's been boring until recently. But this is where we're at, and now I need your help.
Can you get us access to one of those cool helicopters?
I don't have cool helicopters. I have backup that is cool helicopters, but I don't have any. Yeah. And he looks at you. He's like, "Good enough? It's literally the best I can do to help you."
What are your assets for the team?
Myself and.
So you don't have a helicopter?
No, Samantha. I don't have a helicopter. I have myself and 4 other agents, and we have a bunch of things that we use to scare people. And he looks over at Clarence. He's like, "We put a blender on a bike helmet and pretended to scramble Clarence's brains earlier. That was pretty fun, but we really didn't do it. You know,
it wasn't real."
He looks at you. He's like, "No, Clarence. We were just trying to get you to tell us where your friends are."
But why did you said your granddad? Why did he show up and beat you guys up?
I wish I knew. He's a wanted man. He may be family, but he's not on the good side. Clarence, he's not on the good side.
Do you guys have any more enemies that also track this stuff that are coming after us too?
He looks at you and he's like, "Honestly, I don't know."
And most importantly, did Clarence sell us out?
He looks at me. He's like,
"Yeah, did he?"
He's like, "Clarence, I don't know. Clarence didn't sell you out to me, that's for sure."
That's right. I didn't.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Do you know your granddad gave me this ring? Do you know what this does?
He looks at the ring, which is now attached to like the weird metal rod that is a flashlight now that's shining on Fern, who cannot see anything. Fern is just in an elevator, but I assume Fern assumes this is what's supposed to happen, but Fern is just by herself on an elevator.
Fern is terrified. Have we hit the bottom yet?
No, you're still going down. You're still going down.
She's just sitting there, just scratching Jezebel, like, "All right, this is what's happening."
Yeah. You're still going down this elevator, and he's like, "Look, we had to get information from you, Clarence. No hard feelings, man. We haven't done anything for so long. We're kind of new to all of this. But yeah, Samantha, that's all I can tell you. I'm sorry. Everything else is classified."
Samantha, they held a gun at Grandma and took our pie.
Eddie, he looks at you, and then he looks at Clarence, and he's like, "Hey, Eddie," and he tosses you a gun. He's like, "Shoot your friend."
Wait a minute. Is there bullets to this gun?
Clarence pulls his gun out and points it at the Alistair and pulls the trigger.
You pull the trigger on Alistair?
Yeah. When he
Sure.
tells A to do that and throws him a gun, I'm just like,
Sure.
There's blanks there.
Maybe there is. I need you to would you Jesus Christ. Would you
Wow, this went from 0 to 1,000 real fast.
Would you roll
Can't even make it to the bottom of an elevator.
would you roll your force Clarence?
I don't have any. All right, well, force.
All right, that's fine. Roll body to shoot the
wait.
gun.
I think I have to click on body because I don't have any force. It gives me
You're pulling the trigger. You have to control the shot. Sure. You fire the gun, and it literally a bullet shoots off and ricochets past Alistair's head and bounces around the room, and you all duck for cover. And Alistair's like, "What the hell are you doing?"
You stop being an asshole, Alistair. You started this.
No,
You said you were cool.
he like takes the gun back from Eddie. He's like, "I was trying to prove a point," and he pulls the trigger, and nothing fires. He's like, "You were never under any threat. We're trying to help you. We just want to scare you." Jesus, Clarence!
Somebody take that gun away from him. Seriously, like right now.
We cut back to Fern, who's just standing in the elevator, and nothing's happening.
Girl
And
from
just
Ipanema is playing in the elevator.
Yeah, exactly. Fern's just by herself looking at Jezebel. Meanwhile, we cut back, and Alistair is screaming at you, Clarence. He's like, "What are you doing? You could have killed me!"
Like the two scenes where it's like
Being killed in an elevator by a magic bullet wouldn't be the weirdest thing that's happened to me today.
He reaches across and grabs the gun from you, Clarence, and yanks it out of your hand. There is no roll. You have no roll for this. You have 0 body. He just pulls it out of your hand. He's like, "Clarence!" He looks over at you, Samantha, and is like, "I get it now. I get it." And he puts the gun in his holster, and he takes the other gun and just throws it to Eddie. He's like, "Yeah, here, take it."
Oh, cool. All right, sweet.
God.
Yeah, it is a gun.
Check it out. I got a gun.
It's the most unrealistic fake gun there ever was, but now you have it. So
Does it have the
there you
orange
go.
tip on it?
No, this is the 90s. There were no orange tips. It's just a fake gun. Yeah, there were no orange tips yet.
Fake?
Yeah, it's super fake. Yes.
Okay, that's fine.
Bang. Take that.
Alistair just like sighs and he's like, "I can't, out of all the kids, how did you two Samantha, how did you guys find these balls?"
We just kind of stumbled on them.
Wait, what? How? What? You just
It's like how in the Lord of the Rings, where the one ring calls to you and really wants to be found. I think that's what happened with the balls.
We fell in a hole and there was a magic shoe, and then there were balls in there.
The shoe wasn't magic.
Wait, what? Okay, remind me. We definitely need to go back to that hole because that seems important. And he looks around.
There were a
and he's
ton
like,
of skeletons.
Yeah, there were like all these skeletons, and one of them had this magic shoe, and then we found these balls, and we put the balls in the shoe, and then Fern started doing this whole disappearing thing. I don't know.
As you finish, the elevator sort of comes to a stop, and it's like, and a door opens, and there's a long hallway. But one thing's for sure, it is definitely directionally the same direction that Beep was moving. And Alistair looks at you and he's like, "We gotta stop him." And he starts running down. He just runs down the hallway and leaves the 4 of you behind. So the real question is, do you want to follow him or just want to wait and see if the elevator goes back up?
Type in metal again and it raises back up.
Yeah.
Is the computer down there?
No, the walls
Okay.
separated and just the floor went down.
Okay.
Fern is walking down the hallway.
Yeah, Fern, you don't even know. So you just go down the hallway. Guys, you see Fern walk down the hallway.
Guess we're gonna follow her.
Sure.
I'm gonna
Eddie,
follow
are
her.
you in?
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
my fake gun out. I'm like,
Yeah.
just in case somebody
Eddie
sneaks up on me.
is all international man of mystery,
Yes.
and all of you start following down this hallway. It is a long hallway, but one thing's for sure, Alistair is running as fast as he can.
Does Fern still have, by any chance, that bag of stuff with her?
No.
No?
When you
Okay.
came back, it stayed there. Wherever there is, the bag is there.
Okay. Damn. Well, she's just walking down the hallway. Is it lit?
It's lit.
It's
Oh,
no, the only light is the flashlight that they've created. Fern, you don't see anything. It's pitch black for you. All you
Right,
know is
she's
that
just kind of like feeling the wall, like.
yeah, it is not a big, like, wide hallway, so you definitely can go down through. You're not going to get lost, but it's a straight line. Yeah.
Right.
So, at this point, Alistair is far enough away from you that he can't hear anything you say if you guys wanted to have a conversation. He's booking it down this hallway. And I imagine if you're following Fern is slowly making her way down. So you're behind her walking very slowly. Do you want to speed up? Do you want to try and communicate with her? What do you want to do right now?
Do we have an
Fern
object
right
that
now-
we could shoo it?
I'm sorry, do you have an object you can what?
She thinks her friends
Shoo
are on the
it.
You can
computer.
shoo?
Oh, she does.
Yeah, she's straight up like, oh, I left them up there. If they're still up there, like in the computer.
Yeah, you can try and get her attention somehow, but she won't necessarily know it's you trying to get her attention. But who knows?
I mean, I
Or
have
like
my
a-
lighter because then I can light it, and maybe she'll see that.
It's possible. You can try.
Also, as we're walking, Clarence is kind of like, "Oh, he took my gun!" Like, kick a rock across the ground.
Yeah, Fern, you hear like a rock moving in front of you.
Hello? Hello?
And that's why I light my lighter.
Hello?
Fern, you notice a glow behind you.
Hello?
You turn around. Yeah, you turn around and there is just straight up a lighter floating in the air.
Ah,
Yeah, Samantha, your lighter burns out. It just
Yay!
goes out.
And I light it again.
Sure. The lighter pops back on. And it blows out again.
I light it again, but really high up, so she can't blow it out.
Sure. Fern, it's now above you.
Fern bips it out of the air.
Samantha, the lighter gets knocked down onto the floor. And you now see that the room that you're in is sort of metal lined. It's definitely been constructed. It isn't just like an underground cavey situation. It's been constructed.
Okay, so I'm gonna get my lighter. I'm
Mhm.
gonna walk down.
Fern. Oh, I just to be clear, Fern, you notice while you don't notice the ring contraption that Clarence has as like the flashlight,
Mhm.
you do see sort of like a glow from it, but you don't actually see the contraption for some reason.
Okay, but she can see the lighter.
You definitely can see the lighter, and you definitely can see the glow of the ring, but you can't see the light it's making like on the walls or whatever. The only actual
Okay.
ambient light, the light in the room you can see is from Samantha's lighter. Just for
Okay.
clarity's sake. Sorry, Morgan. Please continue.
Yeah, no. Okay, so I'm gonna get my lighter and I'm gonna try to make an S in the air.
Okay. I want to roll for this
Probably
one. Let's see what this ends up actually being. Let's see what we create here. So you are going, this is going to be a tinker roll.
Oh,
This
jeez.
is a 1. This is just a 1, I think. Oh, no. Yeah, you try to make an S, but whatever it is, it looks like someone's just like shaking the lighter like a ghost, like ooh. That's all you can tell at the moment, Fern. It's just like it looks like it's floating in the air.
Samantha, what are you doing?
Just trying to make an S for Samantha.
Fern holds onto the lighter and then just gently tries to take it.
Sam, in your hand, you feel like pressure on the lighter, and it's like someone's trying to pull it out of your hands. And this is a bizarre, like you've never experienced this sensation before. It is literally like gravity is trying to take this lighter out of your hands and pull it away from you. What do you do?
I will let it go.
Sure. The lighter floats away from you. The three of you see this lighter just floating further away in the air. Fern, what do you do with this lighter?
She closes the lighter 3 times very quickly.
Sure.
Leaves it open, closes it, leaves it open, closes it, leaves it open, closes it, and then opens it, closes it 3 times quickly.
Sure. Okay, let's see if any of you know SOS. Do you want to roll for that?
I'll try.
I mean, sure.
How does Eddie feel about the floating lighter? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, Eddie, are you okay right now?
Hey, man, I have a lighter and I hold it up. I'm like, yeah. Hell yeah, ghosts are in the middle.
Let's go through the list right now. Eddie, will you let's see if Eddie recognizes what that symbol is.
What is this?
Yeah, this is gonna be a mind roll. Let's start.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, let's see if Eddie recognizes it.
No,
nope.
that's
Eddie.
no.
Not only does he not recognize it, Eddie is strictly just like is rocking out. He's like, yeah, woo,
yeah, woo, yeah. I'm clicking my lighter on and up. Yeah, all right.
Clarence, let's do a mind comprehend with you. Let's see if you can figure it out. Yeah. All right. So you get it. Do you tell everyone that it says SOS?
Yeah. SOS?
Yeah. What do you think that means? What do you think she's trying to tell you?
I've never heard that song before.
Is there danger down here?
I don't know. Do you try to communicate with her? Do you try to talk back to her? SOS can mean a lot of things in a cave in the dark. What does that mean? What do you guys think?
What kind of lighter do you have, Eddie? Is it just like a cheap plastic one or is it Zippo?
It's probably cheap plastic.
Okay.
I mean, hey, listen, I'm made of money. I can't afford a Zippo. Get out of here.
Is the ground we're on, is it like dirt and rocky or is it all metal around us?
It is not rocky, but there are pebbles and there are, like there's dirt, but it's not like you're standing on actual earth. It's clearly just a metal box going through the ground, but people have been back and forth through here enough that there's pebbles and chunks of what could be
I was
like
looking
styrofoam or whatever.
Like right in the dirt or something easier than this, but
you can maybe if you can scratch into the wall.
Let's metal it. It probably just reach over there and like try to grab the lighter and like start clicking back out.
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
All right, let's see. You already have SOS, but SOS is easy. So I'm going to need you to this is because you're actually doing a thing. This is a tinker. So I'm going to need you to tinker this and let's see if you can.
All right.
Boop. Okay, you definitely can do things with it. You can definitely write, but very basic words. The question is then, does actually Fern understand Morse code or does she just know SOS? So Fern, I'm gonna need you to do a comprehend. Actually, you don't even have that. So I'm gonna need you to do a mind.
All right.
Just mind.
Just mind. You don't even have the concept of that. So just let's see. No. Fern, you just see them clicking back at you.
Uh-huh.
Clarence has written out what is probably the sweetest, nicest message to an invisible girl he's ever written. And he's just like, we're gonna be here for you, we're gonna take care of you, and don't worry, we'll never leave you. And all you hear is like click, 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 click. It's just nonsense. It's gibberish.
Okay. Well, that's probably something, but I don't get it. So I'm just gonna stay by the ladder because this is the light. 'Cause otherwise, I can't see.
Okay. Yeah. You guys are now together, technically. Do you just continue down the hall, or what do you do?
Stand there
Yeah, I don't see
disappointed
me.
when I don't get a response.
Yeah. But we all know that we're together, so we might as well move down the hall together. See where we go.
Sure. As you go down the hall, it seems to stretch on forever. It just could be because Fern is in the dark, moving very, very slowly with just a little tiny light from the lighter, or it could just be a very long hall. You're not quite sure. But what you do know is by the end, you reach a doorway that leads outside. And it's cracked open a little bit, and there's definitely some bright light, and you can feel the wind, so you know it's outdoors. Do you step through the door, or do you wait? Do you look? Do you try to sneak a glimpse? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna peek.
Alistair clearly went through there. Yeah. You peek through?
Yeah.
Sure. Does anyone else try to peek with Samantha?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and I
the
got
whole
a gun.
Scooby Doo gang over the corner of the doors.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm pointing
Fern?
my gun.
Do you see a door with a little tiny crack through it? What do you do?
Pushes it open.
Sure. So the three of you go to sneak up to the door, and you pry your eyes through, and you sort of lean up against the door frame, and the door swings open, and the three of you fall face first onto the ground.
No.
Fern, you see what
Oh.
is just like a very vibrant forest. Does not look anything like what you saw in that weird hellscape you were in. It is some place that you actually know. It is a national park that is very, very close to your hometown, and you recognize it because you and your family have gone there many, 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 many times. It is a place that you love the outdoors. Jesse runs out the door and starts barking and running in a circle. There's no one there, but you recognize this as a place you're familiar with, and it's very like welcoming to you. The other three, as you sort of dust yourself off and look around, you have no clue where you're at. You have never once been out here. You don't know what this area is, but you are in the woods, and it's sort of mountainous woods. And this is straight up just a door in the side of a mountain. Something that is insane. And in front of you, you can see sort of where a path has been marked out from where someone ran through. But also, there is an actual walked, trotted path going up another direction. So you now have a choice of which way to go. Oh, and more importantly, the flashlight clearly doesn't work out here because it's daylight.
We'll disassemble it and take the ring back off for sure. Which way you guys want to
Okay.
go?
Fern leaves footprints in the dirt.
Okay, Fern, you sort of like mark footprints in the dirt. The three of you see these sort of lines in the dirt as Fern sort of kicks up the dirt around you.
I mean, I'd follow wherever she wants to go.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
down to follow for sure.
Yeah, I mean, she's the one who's disappeared. We should find where she's going.
Fern
She's right-
writes
Fern-
high in the dirt.
There we go.
There
Fern
you go.
writes high. You all see
Yay!
high in the dirt.
Oh!
It's
I take a.
Fern.
Yeah, you all see it's Fern in the dirt.
She points an arrow towards the mountains.
No, that's a mountain. That's not Fern.
So I'm gonna write okay. We will follow. We'll follow you.
Wait. I get a stick and I write boobs in the dirt.
Slap in the back. Yeah, good job. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. and she starts like stomping like footprints. So she makes them like really heavy so that they're visible in the dirt and starts like, kicking up basically visible signs that she's walking this way.
Sure. You guys see Fern's path. Fern, which way have you decided? You're going up the pathway or the way that looks like someone just ran through?
Is the one that someone ran through, is that the way of the mountains? Because she knows this area pretty well, you said.
You do. Yes. So basically, if you can
So-
imagine it, where you've come out of is the side of a mountain, essentially, where in front of you is a hill going down, and then and someone has clearly gone down that way because they sort of skidded down. You can see where footprints were, and then they sort of skidded down the side of the mountain. And then there's an actual legitimate path, a well-worn footpath that goes up towards the right, away around the other side of this hill. That definitely isn't going down the hill, it's almost going up.
And she knows what's at the bottom of the hill?
You would have to go look over the edge to see, but I would imagine you would know. You would kind of know the area. Yeah.
Okay. She's trying to think of what the easier path to take home is.
Okay.
Because
Right
she's,
now-
as far as she knows, it's just them. It's just her, Eddie, Clarence,
Absolutely.
and Sam.
Yeah, absolutely. As it stands right now, you're in the middle of this forest/mountain range, and you definitely can find your way out, but it's going to require you. Like, this isn't one of those things where it's like this is like a national park, right?
Mhm.
So you guys would have to go and try to find markers or some sort of ranger's hut or something like a fire watch location so that you could sort of mark your way out. You're familiar with the area, so you know recognize the area in front of you because you've been there, but it isn't like, I know exactly how to get out of here. You just are
Okay.
familiar with it enough that you're not terrified by the area.
Okay. Well, she's not going to go down the path with the footprints.
Okay.
She's going to take that original path, like up and to the right.
Okay. So she starts going up the path to the right. You guys follow her? Yes?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah, I want to keep an
Um,
eye on the direction where the footprints went, though, just to see if like the Alistairs are down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
good idea.
That's kind of the point.
Yeah, do you want to, I mean, as you move further away from it, you're going to see less and less. Do you just
Right.
want to keep an eye on it just in case as you walk away?
Well, I don't want to go away from the group, but also in Clarence's mind, he's like, we need those balls. And maybe they went that way, but she's leading us away.
True.
But she doesn't know that.
She does not.
So
no.
I am going to like kind of sit there and look and be like, what the, he went, did he went, the ball, we gotta get the balls, right? She's leading us
You
away.
try to write to her. You try to write to her and explain the situation. There is dirt. She's been writing to you. You guys just wrote back boobs.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll like grab like a stick and like try to run where she's going, like in front of her, and try to be like, wait.
Okay. Fern, you see weight appear in front of you as you stomp down this path.
We need balls. Number 4, you. Footprint
Balls.
path.
Oh, oh, oh. Other path better? Question mark?
Maybe dangerous.
For balls? Question mark.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And she makes like an arrow pointing like that's where she's gonna go, and then she picks up a stick.
Yeah.
And can they see this stick? By any
Yeah, no, they
chance?
can see the stick like raise up from. Yeah, you. For some weird reason, you see no other people, but they can like you all can see things when they're near you that like you move.
Okay. So she
Like,
just
they can
has a
see-
stick and she waves it, and then she writes follow stick.
Sure.
Can she see the stick that I'm using to write?
Yeah, you
Mars-
both can see each other's like you can see each other's sticks that you're using to write. Yes.
I tap sticks to her stick.
She taps sticks.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, and she starts going down the other path.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a very treacherous, steep path. I'm going to need all of you to roll for this.
No. Dead.
So let's start with oh god, with who I think is going to be the most fun. Clarence, I want you to roll body for this.
This is your idea,
Um,
Clarence.
Right.
I get
This
one.
is-
I get one
This is
die.
a 1. This is just a 1. If you can hit
I
a
only have
1,
one.
you'll be fine. You'll be fine. If you hit a 1, you're fine.
I'm dead.
No. All right. Clarence, you start to walk down this path and you immediately slip and begin to slide. Do any of you want to try and catch him and stop him from falling?
Everybody just watches me go.
Yes.
"Bye."
Yeah.
Eddie, you want to try?
I'll try.
Catch him?
Yeah.
All right. Eddie, I'm going to need you to roll your body and move in order to be quick enough to get him. This is going to be... Got him. All right, so you grab onto him, but
Oh god.
Oh no.
poor Clarence is like a little scuffed up, and you guys still have to go down. So Eddie, if you want to help him get down this, you can try, but it's going to be a 2. Or Clarence can roll again and attempt to try and get his 1.
Is there? Can I calculate or investigate or anything to try to help him out? Be like, step over there, step there.
You can try, but it has to. We need to make sure the 2 of you can do this together. So if Eddie's going to do it, Eddie has to hit the 2 first. Then you can help him get down the rest of the way.
Before you roll this, Eddie, I want to say to you, Eddie, you're so cool.
Oh.
Yeah, no. Okay. So I would need to make a 2 success roll to help him get down.
Yeah, but both of you, like either you take him on as like you're going to help him down, and with the 2 you both can make
Don't you
it.
do it, Eddie? Don't
And
you let me
then-
go?
And then if you make it, then Clarence can use his ability to lighten the load for everyone else going down, and make it easier for them because now he will know the best path to take.
I'm about to have a Scar Mufasa moment.
Let's see what happens. If you want to, you don't have to, Eddie. You don't have to take this load on. You don't have to.
Yeah, but I have to. Personally, I do. All right, what am I rolling?
All right. You're rolling your move right now.
Oh,
Rolling move, and you have to roll a 2.
that's a 0.
All right.
All right. So
You
Eddie,
win.
you roll a 0, and you have no more luck points. So the 2 of you begin to fall. Clarence pulls Eddie down further with him. Samantha, can you
Yes.
help them?
No, I have no move.
Yeah, let's see how you get down,
There's
Samantha.
Zero
roll
chance
your-
I'm going
roll
to be
your
able to help
body.
them.
You need a 1. Roll your body.
I hate this.
No. So you
Yeah.
get caught up in the
Yeah.
2 of them falling.
Yeah, okay.
Fern, there is a sizable, even though you don't necessarily know what it is, behind you, as you've gone down this since you're in the lead, there is a sizable wall of dirt coming your way. Sticks and twigs, and now a bush is involved, all coming your way. I'm going to need you to roll a 2 move to get out of this.
Okay. Yeah, I've gotten zeros all game, so.
You have 1 more luck point you can roll if you want to.
Yes, I will.
All right,
Come
let's see
on.
what happens.
Come on, luck. Come on, I've got zeros like
Oh,
every
my
roll.
goodness.
Oh my god. All right. So this wall of debris slams into you, Fern, and you start tumbling down this hill. Jesse starts barking and sort of running after you, but you are falling down this hill. The 3 of you sort of tumble and tumble and tumble until you smack into the bottom of the hill, and you are covered in dirt. But what you see is another mound of dust popping off from the ground in front of you, still going down this hill. Fern, you are still rolling. You in front of you. I'm gonna need you to roll, and we'll do a body move, and let's see what you get. I mean,
I don't know how I have
Just-
points in this, and I keep getting zeros.
let's just see what happens here.
Keep getting zeros every time.
Wow.
All right, so move body, you said?
Yeah.
Roll off the cliff. Yay!
Come on, Fern,
Yay.
come on.
Okay. So you definitely don't roll off the cliff, but
Yeah.
what happened? Yeah. But what stops you is a tree. You smack right into a tree. It hits you very, very hard. The 3 of you sort of like get to your feet, and you see her dust, or what would be the outline of her, stop in front of a tree. Just smack into it. And bark goes like... Fern, you pass out. But when you wake up,
Oh, fuck.
someone is pushing you. And you're being like poked. And when you open your eyes, everything around you is brown and dark and very familiar. It's definitely a place you've been to before. It's definitely somewhere you recognize, but it's not back to your reality. It is this strange futurescape, and looking down at you is a man in what appears to be trash bags and newspaper, and has goggles with a crack going across the front of it. And he's like, hey, are you okay? And that is where we're going to end today. That is it. So thank you so much for letting me harass you with the weirdness. And yeah, that's a perfect place to
Jesse?
stop.
Was
Yeah.
Fern gonna roll off the cliff if she got a 0?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes,
That would
you
have
were
been
off
an
because you got a
injury,
0.
probably.
Jesus.
Yes, you all. How did you all roll zeros? How is that
I have
possible?
no body. Nothing.
I got a -1.
Fern has bad luck. Fern has horrible luck with rolls. Like, I've gotten so many zeros throughout this campaign. It's ridiculous.
When I roll body, no die even shows up in the little parentheses. It's just nothing. I don't even think I can have a die in there.
I can't figure it out. The 2 people that are supposed to be carrying you with body rolls are not, and it's blowing my mind. I can't figure it out to save my life. But yeah, that's our episode for today. But before we wrap it up, let's go around and see what everyone's up to and say our goodbyes. We'll start with Fern. Elspeth, what's going on with you this week? How are you doing after a wacky adventure?
Wacky Adventures. So, yeah, Wacky Adventure was New York, so that was a lot of fun. But I'm back home. It feels great. I'm playing No Man's Sky. I'm obsessed with it now, unfortunately. It's just one of those games you dive right back into. You're like, oh, I spent like at least 4 hours of this without even looking at the clock. So it's been a lot of fun. That's what I've been playing and a lot of Overwatch on the side. Unfortunately, it's an obsession at this point. I'm sorry. That's all I got.
Ken, what's going on with you, dude?
Oh, hello there. Just
Nope, too
streaming
much.
and doing the
No,
YouTube
it's
thing.
too- don't do
Nope,
that.
That's it. That's it.
It's me, Ken.
Yeah.
Hello. Still streaming every day. Still doing the YouTube thing. I've been playing a lot of old games on stream lately. I think I'm going to start up Kingdom Hearts, the first one today. I think JP played that recently. So
More like
Just-
Kingdom Farts.
Kingdom Farts.
Got him.
Goofy. Gotta get Goofy to save me. But anyway, yeah, that's it. All my stuff's listed over there if you want to come watch. And yeah, thank you guys for letting me play this game with you. It's a lot of fun.
I want to be around for when you beat Kingdom Hearts 1 and then go play Kingdom Hearts 2 without playing any other side games. I want you to try to explain to me what you think is happening in that second game because it
I
is
don't think Ansem knows what's going on in that
nonsense.
game.
I'm going into this third game with I have not played any of the like
Oh,
5 or 6 side games.
Boy.
I can't wait to be like, what is
5
happening?
or 6. 5 or 6. Try like 9 or 10.
I can't. It's too much. I hate it. I hate it so much. All I want is to see like Mickey Mouse fight Darth Vader and Sephiroth at the same time. That's all I want.
Well,
That's
then
all
you're
I
in luck.
want.
Then you are in luck, my friend.
Yeah, there's no telling what the story is now. They had like 14 years to change their minds about everything.
Octo, what's going on with you, dude?
I'm going to Evo in like an hour. So, yeah, I'll be there.
Yay.
Are you
Yeah.
competing in Evo?
I am. I'm competing in 2 games. I'm competing in Dragon Ball Fighters and Guilty Gear. And I'm not Dragon Ball Fighters is whatever, but I've been focusing a lot on Guilty Gear lately. So I had a couple training streams where I sat down and just net played for hours and hours and hours. But yeah, it's so that's my weekend. That's me. Yeah, that's about it.
I
So,
don't know where Octo stops and Eddie begins anymore. You're
It's the
basically-
same. We're one and the same.
Yeah, what happened to you? You've become the character. You're like Jim Carrey in Man on the Moon. You
Yeah,
become him.
method role playing. Mm-hmm.
That's really where you're at.
Yeah, sure.
Morgan, hit us with those deets. Let's see.
I will not be playing Kingdom Hearts. I have resisted the Kingdom Hearts my entire life, and I'm going to keep that streak going because where Disney should be in my heart, there's just like a black lump of coal.
Wow.
I know. I have no whimsy in my life.
Zero win. Can you add that to your Twitter profile? I have no whimsy.
Zero whimsy.
Zero whimsy.
true.
Period.
It is the truth.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm at Bonfire Studios. We're an independent game developer, and we are hiring. So check us out.
Cool. Yeah.
Also, we will have a game at some point.
Hey.
Well, that's why they're hiring. So look, if you're watching right now,
Exactly.
I'm just saying, go work on that game and then send me a free copy, y'all. That's my plan is to get this audience working on the game so I have inside information and then it's on. As for me, I'm also going to Evo. I'm not competing. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going because it's Vegas for 3 days and I hang out with friends and I watch Octo. He's gonna do this. Is the year. This is the year he's gonna do it. He's gonna win.
Trust me, you're not gonna want to watch me in my pools because they are 8 a.m. on Saturday. But
Never mind. So I won't watch
yeah,
you.
no,
Actually, I've been
you
getting
won't
up
watch
early.
me.
I may come watch you. I may
Oh,
be
yeah.
that guy who's up at 8 a.m. in Vegas. That could be
way
me.
too excited. Way too excited.
I know. And apparently there's also a Star Trek convention this weekend in Vegas, so it's about to be crazy.
Oh,
It's about to be
man.
crazy.
Mwah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I go see the same 3 artists every year, and I make them. They're all the guys who do the Street Fighter art. And I make them do me fan art, and so I have a wall of their stuff. And now I'm gonna make them do more because that's what I do, and I love it. And Evo's the best. So yeah, that's it. But for us, we're gonna say our goodbyes. We'll be back with more soon. Who knows what's going to happen on Oddballs? But tune in to find out. That's it for us. Thanks, everybody. Have a good week. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.